Welcome back to Rabid Noise on Rabid Radio. Joining me on the program now to talk about their new album, New Southern, is Zain Smith from ANTI-MORTEM. Thanks for joining us, man.
How's it going, guys? It's awesome being on this thing and being able to talk to you guys so far away. It's great.
Yeah, it's awesome to have you on the show, man. Well, I've got to say, your new album, New Southern, is such a strong debut, and there's been a lot of buzz about it. How did you guys come together to write such a kick-ass album?
Basically, we all enjoy metal and heavy rock and hard rock, and this album is like a good 8 years of our band. Basically every song we've ever written, these are the 13, that have made it through all that. So for one, that's going to make it strong. For two, we co-wrote some songs with Bob Marlette. 100% American Rage was one. That's the single, and then the majority of the record was us, but we have the way we write, we do I would say half the record was just us jamming as a band, coming up with riffs and just putting stuff together as a group. And then the other 6 was me in here in my room with Pro Tools, hashing out songs. Nevada has a Pro Tools set up, him hashing out his own songs. And then Rado kind of bounced between, and sings on whichever. But basically all this, this record, man, is a good 8 years on our part, but I would say as far as labels involved, it was all started with Roadrunner. We started doing demos like 2 years ago when Monty Connor was there, and then all that stuff went down, and he ended up at Nuclear Blast, and he still wanted to sign us, and we ended up going with them, and we just immediately jumped on the record. But like I said, this record's a strong one, mainly because all the hard work and time that's been put into it, and the influences of ours have helped us weed out the bad songs and keep all these kick-ass ones. So
yeah, that's awesome, man. Well, you were saying before about, you've got Pro Tools at home. Is that how the songwriting usually starts for you guys? Like you'll be at home writing a riff, or do you jam it out in the jam room?
Well, see, there's a little bit of both. That's that's the cool part, is that Pro Tools came later. So some of my best riffs come when me and Levi might have just shown up early to practice, and me and him are just sitting here playing guitar and drums, and I'm like, dude, just play something, jam, and then I just write a sick riff or something, and then there's times where, I'm just by myself and I build a whole song, throw drums on it, get it all ready the way I like it, and then everybody kind of throws their own individual parts in there as it goes. But that's what's cool, is we've worked at it so long, is that really when it comes to writing, I don't care. You tell me to write you a country song right now, I'll grab my acoustic and do it. You know what I mean? It's like to the point to where, writing drums, writing, music as a group, Pro's doing. We even, on the road this tour, we brought our acoustics, and I think we wrote 2 or 3 songs just kind of in the green room or driving down the road in the back of our little RV bus thing. And, so that's basically how we do it. We just write all the time.
How do you, lay down your ideas when you're on the road? Do you just put it in your phone, or do you have like a mobile recording rig?
Well, the very first tour we ever went on, I brought my Pro Tools, like a laptop and a small interface and a Pro Tools setup. But I didn't realize how intense tour is and how much work it is. And it's almost like, man, the work that's going into playing and driving and just being out here, I'm so exhausted when I get downtime, I want to sleep. So it's like, now it's so much just extra stuff to take and just extra time. So now I just kind of throw my iPhone, on the video or whatever, and I put it on record or audio record or whatever, and just lay down like the guitar part or maybe even just a guitar vocal part or whatever, we'll just lay it down rough recording on the iPhone or whatever, just so I can make sure it's there. And then when I get home, I'll worry about recording it, because it's just so hectic taking a Pro Tools rig at this point for us.
Oh, yeah, of course. That's just extra gear. You got your amps, you got everything you got to take with you and cram it all in, and then, laptop as well. I guess, with iPhones and things these days, it does make it easy. But do you find, you'll get off the road and you'll have just hundreds of tracks where you've just ideas and ideas and ideas you have to go through?
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. Obviously there's, I won't record it if it's not like the best idea I've heard in a long time, you know what I mean? Like, if it's something I'm feeling real good about, I'll record it. So, but yeah, you're definitely right. I'll be going through, pulling all the, photos and videos off my phone, and I'm like listening through like, dang, I recorded that, or like hearing a riff I didn't even remember I did, and it's like, no way, I'm glad I recorded that, so that happens.
Yeah, I do exactly the same. So you guys have, you've been together for a few years now, but you've achieved so much in that time. What has been, your proudest moment so far?
Man, there's a lot of them, but I mean, I would have to say, like, Cat Fest was a festival in Oklahoma that Five Finger Death Punch headlined. I think Trivia was on there. Basically it was like 8 acts that were all huge, so this festival had like 10,000 people there, and we got to open it, so there wasn't a full 10,000, but by the time we started, by the end of the set, there was a good 6 to 7, so it was beautiful getting to look out at that many people. But that was one, and then, we've opened for Black Metal Society, and Zach Wild came up to me and talked to me and said that I played a mean guitar, and that just, like, was amazing. That was awesome for me. And but it just keeps, it's kind of a hard question, because as we live life as a band and go on, new stuff occurs. Like, if you ask me what has happened recent, I would say Machine Head tour in July. Rob Flynn agreed to take us out, and I think that's the coolest. Like, to me, that's huge, so, yeah, man, for sure. They're the first big band, I would say, that actually was like, let's go, let's do this, let's take this chance, because most bands want you to have a record and have, like, a touring, resume of, like, 50,000 tours, and it's like, well, we've been on 3, so a lot of bands right now, when our record's just dropping, they might not want to take a chance and take you, you know what I mean? But Machine Head was like, they heard American Rage, and Rob Flynn was like, let's go.
Yeah, have a few beers with Rob Flynn. I mean, that sounds
dude, for sure. Yeah.
Well, the thing I really dig about you guys is that, I hear a lot of, classic rock and metal in your sound. Where do you draw your personal influences when it comes to writing?
Well, me, I'm a huge fan of Metallica, Pantera, I love Mudvayne, I like, As I Lay Dying. There's, I'm in Lamb of God's huge as far as metal goes, but, like early, it's kind of AC/DC was the first, like, believe it or not, that was the first band that when I was driving down the road one day, like I was like 15, and I heard a song, I don't even remember which song, but I know it was AC/DC. I heard it, and I was like, man, I want to play guitar, so I went and got a cheap guitar. My parents got me a cheap guitar, and I've been playing ever since. But I would start out, I'd be playing AC/DC riffs, and then I would go play Iron Man from Black Sabbath, and then it's like, then I'm playing some Metallica riffs, and then Pantera riffs. It's just like, I just progress from there. But me, personally, I'm definitely into the more heavier style of music, like Gojira is one of my favorite bands, I like Death Angel, I'm into thrash a lot, and, just any kind of metal, really. Like, I like to play drums in my spare time, and I like to be a technical death metal drummer. That's what I do. So
that's awesome, man. Well, we recently had a Gojira out here for the Soundwave Festival, and man, they just absolutely slayed it.
Oh, dude, I haven't got to see them yet live, but like I've been following them for years, waiting on them to come, and like it's just I haven't seen them yet. They went out with Slayer, but that didn't come close to me. It came to Dallas, which is like a 4-hour drive. I should have just did it, but dang it.
They tour a fair bit, so hopefully you'll get your chance, maybe even tour with Gojira. That would be sick.
Yeah. No, that would even be better. What was kind of bad, like it was really bad luck, but it's cool because all things happen in due time. But we had when Roadrunner was interested in us, and it was like we wasn't getting any kind of shows, but out of nowhere they hit us up and said we landed a Mayhem Festival cruise with Lamb of God, Gojira, and all these other bands, and we're like, hell yeah, and we bought our plane tickets and everything, and then it was like, oh, hey, we canceled the Mayhem cruise, so everybody got refunded their money, and we bought our own plane tickets because we didn't have a label. So we almost got to play with Gojira and Lamb of God the same day. It was like 3 days of playing with them. You played every day on that cruise. But it was very upsetting, but, I'm hoping to get another day to, meet them all and do it.
Oh, I think you will, man. I definitely think you'll get your chance. Lamb of God and Gojira and ANTI-MORTEM. That'd be a killer tour, man.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm talking about. That'd be hella heavy and awesome.
Put it out there to the universe, dude. You never know. So, what's next for ANTI-MORTEM? Apart from, you got the tour coming up with Machine Head and stuff like that. What else you got planned for the rest of the year?
Like literally, if we're going from here on, we go like this Friday. We have our CD release party. That is a huge show we've been promoting for 2 or 3 months here in Oklahoma. And so we do that, and we're going to play our whole CD for our hometown, and then we leave out the next day, and we're going out with the band King, K-Y-N-G. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. Yep. And they're on their own U.S. tour over here, and we're direct supporting them for like 2.5 weeks up the East Coast, and then literally we don't even come home from that. We go out for 7 days with Lacuna Coil, and we play with them, and then after that, We come home for like literally, I don't even know, like maybe a week, if that, and we go play Download in June. And then they're trying, my manager told me today that we're trying to get dates in Europe, like, you know, to follow up Download, that we're going to just like take out a couple more bands and maybe us headline or something and just have the radios and magazines over there really press the shit out of it, you know, and get it going. And it's, and maybe just go over there for like 2-3 weeks, stay over there, because it's so expensive to get over there, you might as well stay while you're there, you know. But yeah, man, that's what's planned for now. I mean, we've got some huge festivals we're looking at in the U.S. For August and September, and then it's like, you know, we're basically jumping on any tour that would make sense for us to jump on. You know, rock, metal, it doesn't matter. Let's go. You know what I mean? We're just staying busy.
Well, hopefully we'll get to see you guys soon, though, after that.
Oh, dude. Yeah, hopefully. I've been wanting to come that way for a little bit. I'm friends with the band from Perth, and they've been wanting us to come over that way for a while. So called Ragdoll. Go check them out. They're a 3-piece, and I'm real good friends with Ryan, their vocalist, and Leon, their guitar player. And man, they shred, dude. Like, they're a 3-piece from over there, and they've been over here playing Rocklahoma and just I don't even know how they've managed to, because they're not on a label or anything, I don't think, but they've managed to find their way to the U.S. and tour, and they're kick-ass, man. So, but I met them and was just like, oh, crap, I got friends from Australia. And then they were like, yeah, dude, we got a house, man. When y'all come through Perth, stay with us. And we're like, let's do it. So here's now.
Well, man, hopefully soon. And I'll have to check those guys out. Thanks for the heads up. All right, well, we're going to go to my favorite track from New Southern called I Get Along with the Devil right now. Thanks so much for taking the time to chat to us tonight, Zain, and really look forward to seeing you guys down here, and best of luck with the tours.
Dude, right on, man. Appreciate you guys getting a hold of us and you know, letting us get out there to the world over there with you guys, man. It's great, you know. It's all one by one person at a time, you know. It's all about building fans and, you know, meeting people and new connections and just the whole social media and marketing. It's just awesome getting to see it start to take off, you know, and get to meet people. And I advise everybody to support local music and pick up New Southern. It rocks. And thanks for interviewing me, man.